Hi guys, welcome back to Whiskey Talk. So it's me, the Whiskey Whisperer again. Today I want to talk about something a little different. I want to talk about investment whiskeys and scotches. So I've got a few picked out here that I think are good investment opportunities. Some of them are very rare. Some of them you'd be like, really? Come on man. Whisperer, what are you telling us? The first one, which is that one I just spoke of, is the Lagavulin 16. I haven't seen it around so much. It's in some stores, you can find it, averaging $89 to $109 Canadian a bottle. And obviously, Lagavulin 16 is the go-to whiskey. As far as Lagavulins go, this is the statement, this is the one. So lately we've seen 10-year-olds in the store. They just came out with an 8, and they're trying to promote it. Like, I don't understand. Like, my thinking is they must be running out of 16-year whiskey. Scotch, I guess, to be more specific. So there's a label for Lagavulin 16. I've seen 10s, I've seen 8s galore, and the 10 is like more expensive than the 16. That's wild. Distiller's Edition, I've seen a fair amount of these around still. They're worth your money. But for rarity, I'd go buy a couple bottles of Lagavulin and keep them in the back of the closet somewhere, because those suckers, I think that would be worth $300 in a couple of years. So why do I think that these whiskeys can be investments? Whiskey snobbery is taking off. You saw it a couple of years ago with wine tasting. Wine pairings. Now you're seeing whiskey pairings. So whiskey snobbery is going through the roof. That's not the big one. The big one is that whiskey snobbery is taking off in China. So there's a lot of people over there who've started to really get into whiskey. Some of the wealthier people there are whiskey connoisseurs, and they're buying up a lot of the expensive old bottles. So the distillers can't keep up with the volume, obviously. So Macallan is building a new distillery, something like 4 times the size. Right now, I can't find a sherry cask Macallan in Canada for the life of me. There's one in the store down the specialty store we'll speak of later, and it's like $800. It's just crazy. If you're in the States and you see one, a sherry cask Macallan, buy it. Like in Canada here now, we can get Macallans. You get fine oak or double cask, 2 kinds of oak, but no sherry finish. These are sherry seasoned casks. That's not the same. If you see a Macallan sherry cask, buy that sucker up. Hold on to it for 10 years, because Macallan's like the Rolls Royce, and that guy will go through the roof. You could sell that overseas or even on an auction for $1,000 in a couple of years. This is all my humble opinions, by the way. Let's talk about Bushmills 21. I am a huge Bushmills fanboy to the max. 21 is a fantastic, spicy whiskey. So this was started off in Oloroso, then went to bourbon, then went to Madeira casks. This is just, it's totally unique. It's won some medals. Beautiful whiskey. It's a 21, so it's expensive. Gray label. So, yeah, buy that. You probably see that around $200 in its prime. Now it's probably about $250 if you can find it. Keep the commemorative case. That's pretty neat too. Bushmills 16 and 21, so hard to find. Let's talk about my favorite, the 16. Bushmills, my favorite whiskey of all time. Oloroso sherry, bourbon, then finished in port wine. This is just complex, nutty, and fruity. It doesn't even taste like it tastes like a whiskey, but you barely get that rubbing alcohol taste off of there. This is fantastic. If you can find it, buy it. Buy it soon. My first bottle was $80. The second bottle was $120. Put it that way. It went up that far in about a year. And I'm just dying to crack this. I would love to crack this bottle, but I'm holding myself back. So this I haven't cracked, my Lagavulin, and I haven't cracked the Bushmills. I have had some 21 Bush, obviously. And this one is an interesting one I'd like to talk about. If you can find it, it's going to be like a backwoods mom and pop store. It's a 21-year Glenfiddich, whatever, Gran Reserva. This one is not the current Gran Reserva that's out now. I don't know what that one's like. I don't know what the availability is, but this one I know is very hard to find. I bought it duty free in San Francisco for $180 American, and I've seen it online for $400. If you can find this, buy this. This guy's gonna be worth a lot of money. Why? It's a rum finish. Oh my, you want to talk about unique, like these two, well these three guys are just incredibly unique whiskeys. I've never seen a rum finish before, but I'm no genius. It's very rare you see anything that's finished in rum cask, and it gives us this really unique flavor. Anyway, these are my suggestions for investments. Lagavulin 16. Weiser's 150. Bushmills 21. Bushmills 16. Oh my golly, that's good. I just want to open that right now. Glenfiddich 21. Gran Reserva Rum Cask Finish. The previous run of Gran Reservas. That's a fantastic one right there. Anyway, it's been nice talking with you today. Whiskey Whisperer out. Been a pleasure. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.